I'll be adding an arrow icon to this particular text. You can see from here the examination. So we have an arrow that is indicating up and down, showing the drop down and taking it back. So click this icon here. So I've already used this icon before Iconify. So just if you don't have it here already, just search this Iconify and click there. Click on the plugin to select an arrow icon. So I'll be using this particular icon. So just pick one from there, put it inside my text. So use the arrow key on the keyboard to shift the button to the other side. So selecting the whole button, ensure that we're having this to be auto instead of we having it as 10 here. The spacing between, we have it as 10, and that's good. So just make sure double click on that on the alignment part, and we have it as auto. So then we ensure that this is 241. Let's make it that way to have this. So and the width of the button should be fixed. You don't want it to be off. That should be fixed in height, and that should be 50. Let's make it 50. Fixed and 50. 241 in width. Then we add another variant. So click to add a variant. So we have these two, and change it to the bot instead of variant 2. Also change it to the bot. Then we have a complete. So let's leave that for now. Change this property also to selection. So this should be selection. Selecting the whole component as well. Add another variant property. This is variant property, not adding another variant to create another version. So don't be confused when I'm mentioning variant 2 times. Adding variant to what we have inside the components is creating another button, giving it another dimension. But adding another variant property will not do anything. Just give another property to be able to switch from one to the other. Figma will give it a property, but let's change it to visible selection, because we want to make some part to be visible and some part of the selection to be hidden until when we need it to be able to create a particular drop down. Am I correct with this spelling? Visible selection, the bot. Let's leave it that way for now. So now you know we're having two properties here now. So select the first button inside. We have this as the bot, but we change this to no. So I'm using no now because I've mentioned true and false in our former video. So and I've said that we can use yes and no to perform the same function. So selecting this also under the visible selection panel, click on that the bot and change this to yes. Okay, so now there is no more conflict with the message we are seeing here. So expand this selection. So expand this and select this here list of here. Pick a variant. We are not using the component, we'll be using variants. So I just take it up, press Ctrl S to copy and select this particular button that will show the drop down, and use Ctrl V to paste inside. Then we're having something like this. So this is now inside that particular piece. Then we choose absolute position. So whenever you choose the absolute position, you start to shift downward. So we ask the layer of this particular button still inside that layer. We just shift it down to align it. Okay, shift it to this side as well to align. Okay, then we increase the width properly. Alright. Okay, now we select the one we have at the top. Click on this plus icon we have here. Okay, so add another variant. This is now adding variant inside the component. So this is not variant property. Okay, I hope we get that. So we have this as examination. You want to create a list of those, but I know there will be conflict because we have an examination here, everything is the same thing. Don't change this visibility. So go to this debug, change the debug to exam. I don't want to write it in full. Exam. Let's use exam here just to shorten it. Okay, no more conflict. Then we duplicate this. We need 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reason why we're having this is because this frame is having clip content. So and just to increase this to this width. Okay. And now to change this to 2025, we'll do the same thing for all. Select the text inside 2025. Select the text. We'll do the same thing for everything. 2024. Okay, so after that we will still select all of these as well, because there will still be a kind of conflict that something is still going on. Everything is having examined. So we select this first one also. From this selection space, we change it to 2025. we select this, we change it to 2024. We'll do the same thing for everything. Okay, now no more conflict, no more error message. Then we select all of this. We duplicate, we align it properly. Okay, so we are going to do two things here. We select the arrow icon. Okay, select everything and change it to the top. Let everything be facing up. 180, so that everything can face up. Okay, now we'll still select the whole of this. Okay, the one we have at the top is at no. That's why we're having conflict, so everything is the same thing. We change this to yes. No more problem with that. Alright, and we will select all of this list, change to prototype section, and use the arrow icon, connect to the top, like that. We'll do the same thing, 2025. We are only connecting to, don't connect with this, we are connecting with the one we have at the top. Okay, 2024 with the one at the top. 2023, that's the reason I'm still mentioning with the one at the top. Don't let us make that mistake. Whenever you do that kind of mistake, it will not work properly with the one at the top. Okay, now we have connected some parts. We still have some other things to connect as well. So now select this here, connect this with this, ensure we're having it as smart animate, ease out. Okay, select the second one, do the connection as well. Okay, we move to this side, use this, connect to this, click on this, connect with this. Okay, click on this. So we'll do the connection for everything. So I'll speed this up now. Okay, so then we select everything we have here. We select this. Ctrl C to copy and select all of these. All the one we change to yes. So press Ctrl V to paste, just as simple as that. Now select the first year. Still have one more thing to do. Select this. After selecting the examination year, hold on Shift, Ctrl and Shift all together. Hold on Shift and Ctrl. After selecting this first one, select 2025, 2024, 2023 and 2022. Then we come to this state. Instead of the box, we change it to selected. Okay, so whenever it is selected, we can have that kind of color. Okay, now we are done. So now let's go to the asset panel to give it a test to see the result of what we have been doing. We put it inside the frame, white background, let's change it to something green. Okay, hold on Shift and the spacebar button to show the inline prototype. Okay, now click on this. Wow, year 2025, 2024. So let's test everything to know whether everything is okay. 2024, 2022. Okay, but I noticed that this is in small letter while the one is changing to is in capital letter. Let's do that adjustment for everything. So, and because we are using component, this will automatically reflect on everywhere we have that text. So I can just come here, use this icon, come to this page, change everything to capital letter. You see, this is in capital letter, everything is changing to capital letter. Okay, now let's give it a try. Let's test it one more time. Examination year 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022. So we are done with this particular button. We are still using this type of button another time while we still move on to the other parts of the NECO website.